How we doing today, boys and girls? Hopefully you guys had a blessed day today. I'm basically gonna show you guys my new chart colors on Top Step. It's still the same on TradingView, but I changed it on Top Step. I'm just trying to see things. And I'm gonna show you guys how I was able to make around. I was able to make around like $400 today. I made around 600 to begin with, but then I lost a trade right after due to a human error on my end, and then I took another trade after. But I didn't let it run to my full TP, so I guess that's also another human error. And I don't know why I didn't, to be honest. I literally had the draw, I had everything in mind. So I'm going to explain the confluences. Um, I'm going to explain the trade, everything that went down. Yeah, let's get started. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to take too much of your guys' time. I'm trying to get straight to it. Explain the trade, explain the process. Um, Let me go to NQ. So on MES, let me take this one. Okay. Show you guys the win, show you guys the loss. Damn, we're actually pumping back up. I took a short on TradingView. To be honest, I think it's better I just show you guys here. And then I'll just show you guys the execution on Top Step. Right? So going into the day, I hate that. Like I really do. Going into the day, what I was really looking for was we created this inverse fair value gap. I was still bearish. Like I keep telling you guys this, and I mean it every single time. I'm always gonna be bearish. I'm always gonna be bearish until that daily fair value gap has been hit. I'm waiting to see this mitigation because this mitigation is gonna be the final turtle soup before price finally displaces back up higher. And we're gonna have draws to the upside. I've been waiting to catch a long. I've been catching nothing but shorts. So shorts and longs. I can't say it's been a combination of both, right? So we created this SMT here on the higher time frame. Nasdaq failed to take the high, but ES took that high, and not only did they take this high, but if we go in the 4 hour time frame, or the daily or the weekly, you know what I'm saying? They took this high here as well, right? We took this high here as well, right? And Nasdaq failed to take that high. If anything, we still have a couple more high that we got to two more highs that we have to target. Well, three. This high, and this high. Buy side, and the New York high right here. So right here, we created another SMT because ES took this high out, and that's a very crazy SMT, right? So my reason for going short, I really was waiting for ES to just disrespect this gap here, right? Once we disrespected this gap right here, especially on the 4 hour time frame, that was my reason for going short. You know what I'm saying? Now we just created a SMT, so that could be a reason to go long also. You know what I'm saying? This could be a very good reason to go long because we failed to take New York session highs while Nasdaq took all these lows right here. We took New York low, sell side low, and then another sell side low right here. But that's not the trade that I took. Right? The trade that I took was somewhere around here. Right? The reason why I took this was because we created a 1 hour fair value gap here. We also have a 2 hour inverse fair value gap right here. So that's already two confluences of one. So what I saw was I waited for market open to start. I saw that we took this low immediately. We displaced back up. My trade was somewhere around during the 9 o'clock time frame, during that window, right? So what I really wanted to see was I really wanted to see for an A plus 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 setup. I really wanted to see this high get taken, taking the liquidity inside of this gap, inside of both gaps. I want to see this liquidity get taken, and then we immediately displace lower, right? We unfortunately didn't get that, but what we did get was a 15-minute inverse fair value gap right here, which we rebalanced into, and my trade was right here. So we had a 2 minute, I'll actually show you. We had a 2 minute inverse fair value gap here. As you see, we have a 2 minute inverse fair value gap right here. So what I did was I waited for my position. I looked carefully to see the time frame move, and then I had my high up here and my TP right about here. Right. My risk was very bad on this trade. Very bad. It was. I think my position was probably like somewhere over here. Right. So caught it. Right. Quick little TP. This, I swear, I actually recorded this live, but it came out bad and my laptop kept dying, so it was unfortunate that that kept occurring. But hopefully if I'm able to get good footage, I might just upload that in the video, but if not, then I'll put it in a different video of executions. I have my trading journal right here. Everything occurred. I captured my screenshots. Basically everything that I did here, I have a whole checklist, and I make sure that that moves accordingly. So once my TP was hit, I then proceeded to go on to ES, and I wanted to take a long, and I'm actually kind of mad that I took that long because I didn't have to. I really didn't have to. I shouldn't have, actually, because I took it off the 30-second. I took it off a 30-second SMT, which was pretty dumb. It was right here. After we took this low, I saw we created a SMT right here. So I was like, okay, cool. Price is probably looking to displace higher, and I wanted to go break even above this. Was it above this high? It was right here. I apologize. I wanted to go break even above this high, but price couldn't break past this high. So what I was looking to do was, once we created this inverse right here, that's when I decided to go long. I had my stop loss here, I had my break even right there, and I had my TP back at these highs because we both took the low. So I was looking for price to say, okay, cool, after we took the low, maybe we have no reason to displace lower. So I said, okay, because on ES, as you see on ES, the lows are very far. The lows are extremely far down here. I don't know what trade that is, but it is extremely far. Right? So right then and there, I was like, okay, cool, maybe we're not going to take that. So that was my reason for why I wanted to go long here, because once it took that low, I said, okay, cool, both assets took the low together, maybe we're looking to displace higher. Unfortunately, we weren't able to, and I did risk good on this trade. I only lost about like maybe $200, $300. Then that is when I decided to continue with the trade, and I decided to go short, and I wanted to take out these lows. So what I waited, oh, also, I do apologize. There was an SMT. There was an SMT when I decided to go short. There was an SMT right here. This didn't take out the low. I keep taking on the manipulation, but honestly, Nasdaq wanted to go short from the jump, so that's why I took it in the beginning. It was more of like a discretionary trading. We took this high. ES failed to take the high, so that's exactly why I was looking to go short. And the 2-minute inverse for value gap inside of the high time frame PD array, and also just looking at the high time frame SMT, the high time frame bias, and the lower time frame bias matching, right? So after that, I caught a little trade right here. It was this one. It was somewhere here. It was a 2-minute gap. It was either a 3-minute gap. I apologize. 3-minute gap right here. I'll just delete this for now. Waited for the inverse. We inversed right here. Right? Once we inversed, I was waiting to see what price was looking to do, but price was honestly moving funny, so I let the trade play out. I immediately went in probably from this candle. Yeah, this was the trade. This is the second trade, but this trade I manually closed early. I didn't enter right there. I entered like somewhere right here. I manually exited this trade, and I don't know why. I don't know if I was scared. I don't know what it was, but I honestly knew we were going to take these draws out regardless, because Nasdaq wants to take the lows. Nasdaq has been fiending and itching to take out the lows, so I should have known all flip we were gonna go lower. If anything, I probably would have had a better day than I do now. Probably would have been back at where I started, which was a $600 win. So I exited like literally right before TP was hit. Right before TP was hit. Literally right before TP was hit, bro. It's okay. But I just need to keep telling myself to stop worrying about the money and just worry about A+ executions. We got a 2-minute right there. We did have a 1 minute or a 2-minute SMT, but honestly, this wasn't really fully an A+ of the trade. I'd probably give this a B at most, because it was more of like a continuations. I do like to catch continuations, but the thing is, it's like I wanted to make sure both assets were moving in accordance. I feel like this trade was more of a seeing an inverse for value gap and just catching it just because it was an inverse for value gap, So, and overall, because 10 a.m. candle came in, and I was like, we immediately displaced lower from this candle. We have no reason not to go lower. Sorry. So, called a trade right there, and then called another trade right there. But the thing that really bothers me is My initial trade, the one where I caught it right here from this 2-minute candle close, and my stop loss is right here. My TP was actually all the way down here. It was actually all the way down here. I'm not even going to lie. Initially it was, but then I decided to just take my base hit because I did have one contract on it, and I knew if I have one contract on NQ, that's already like $2,000-$3,000 that I'm making off this trade right here. So after that, I was like, all right, you know what? Let me just close. Once I hit my TP right here, I'm good on the day. I'm not tripping over anything. You know, this is a good. I'm trying to catch my base hits. I'm not trying to catch a crazy ass move because that's not how I trade. So, and honestly, I probably would have got stopped out too. I would have got stopped out, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I would have gone break even here once we passed this low. So I probably would have got stopped out if I'm being honest with you. Literally looking at this trade right now, I would have gotten stopped out. 100%. 100% I would have got stopped out. But it is good to see that my full trade, like my full TP, did go the way I wanted it to. I'm not trading on my funded yet. I'm going to wait till next year to do that. So right now I'm just taking basically all the combines that I can and just forming as much money as I can, trying to pass the accounts and, you know, show that I could be consistent. Right now we have traded for 3 trading days, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully next week, if market conditions are good, I will probably risk a little heavier just so I could probably pass the account that week, because I'm already knowing the week after Christmas week and then the week after, you know what I'm saying, going into New Year's, it's going to be a lot. And its market conditions are going to be pretty slow. So one thing that I'm really just trying to do is ensure that I'm taking A+ setup quality trades next week. Make sure that I'm taking good trades overall. I swear I did not take 4 trades. I hate that it be doing this fee shit. It's annoying. I passed this. I did go with this one. I should have taken my full TP here, but it's also okay because at the end of the day, we're still up on the day. We're still good on the day. We're still overall doing good. So we're up 957 on the week. Looking good so far with trades. You know what I'm saying? I did lock myself out, so I don't feel the need to take another trade for the day. But yeah, this was overall just my bias going into the day. This is basically, I'm just going to sum this up as the overall trade. But it was really like this trade and a combination of this trade. But this was literally the trade that I took. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for price to come in. We were taking highs, taking lows. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see price come in, rebalance. I really wanted to see price come into this liquidity range inside of this gap and then maybe display slower. But since we didn't get that and we created the SMT and then the inverse from the inverse for value gap itself, I was like, okay, cool. We have no reason to displace higher. We're looking to go bearish, right? So that was a trade that I took today. Good little day. Unfortunate loss that we took. I was looking to go long, but unfortunate loss. We did catch a good win, and we did catch a good loss. Well, a human error loss. So that's basically the trade. That's basically the setup. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, learned a thing or two from the video. Don't be me when it comes to trading off tilt. Please, 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 please. I'm going to say this all the time. Don't worry about the money. And that's something that I should have just realized. I don't know why I have it on dollar and not ticks, bro. What? I make things as visibly impaired for a reason. I make sure I don't see certain things for a reason. I have it as I don't have this showing for a reason. I don't have this showing for a reason. I have this showing to let me know, and it's on black. So even if it's negative or plus or whatever, negative or just, you know, I won, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't. I don't get phased by that. This is off for a reason, and this is on for a reason because I don't want to trade off tilt. So even though I would say like the risk in the contracts is very weird on Nasdaq, they do have a lot of good attributes about just the overall what is this, Project X? Yeah, overall Project X. Like it's great. It's a great place to trade because like you're able to lock yourself out. You're able, like, you can't do that on Trade-of-8. I think you can if you have like a daily loss limit, but you can't, like, if you realize you're trading off tilt, immediately lockout. You know what I'm saying? Immediate lockout. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know the trade that I took today. Hopefully you guys had a blessed day. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two trading today. And I'm gonna tell you guys, we are going to have a blessed trading week next week. We're gonna do what we can. We're gonna take good steps. We're gonna take good trades. We're gonna take good entries. We're gonna overall win. We are going to win, guys. I promise you, we're gonna win. We're gonna do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And you know what I'm saying. Stay blessed. Continue grinding. Continue working towards your goals. Continue being the best version of yourself always. And God bless always and love.